Ashley is like a wolf in sheep's clothing because she comes as if she's, concerned. She's not concerned. She doesn't give a about you, Angel. She's trying to humiliate you on national television is what she's doing because Giselle is jealous of you because you're younger and you have a husband and you're rich.
Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode number 12. Lease is up, Giddy up. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. We start out at Tia's house, and her older brother is there. He's 3 years older than she is, and he lives in Long Island, so she's invited him to go because they're all going to this polo match because the company that she works for, Childers Sotheby's, is having this, like, big event. So she's inviting the ladies to go, and they've got this big party bus, and so that's why her brother's there. We get to meet her brother. She uninvited Stacey to the event because of what happened at Stacey, which makes sense. I mean,
understandable.
Yeah,
Understandable.
yep.
Toodaloo.
And they're talking about this on the bus, and Jassie's like, I'm going to need some proof that, like, she's lying, because Jassie's still, standing with Stacey. And
that Jassie said that.
I do too. And they're not really providing it, and they're not really even acknowledging her. They're just kind of like, whatever.
No, Ashley says that she wasn't going to go to her wedding until she found out that Ashley and Wendy were going.
Right.
First
exactly.
of all, none of you are really friends. So
Right.
This isn't surprising at all.
Right. Right.
And maybe that's because Stacey didn't want to roll up on somebody's wedding that she's really not that close with, where she doesn't know anybody and stick out like a sore thumb. But if Wendy and Ashley are going, all right, well, we'll stick out like sore thumbs together.
Right. In Texas. It's not like it's down the street.
That's what I mean. Like maybe just the thought of her going by herself, not knowing a lot of people. She was like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Right. It's just Ashley being messy. I'm just so
For sure
over Ashley being messy. I am so over the mean girls that are Giselle and Ashley. I really am over it.
And the worst part about Ashley, because Giselle doesn't do this, Ashley acts like she's truly concerned about you and that she's coming from a place of concern and that
bullshit.
I'm looking out for you. Bullshit. You are not.
Mm-hmm.
You're just being messy, just like Giselle is. Giselle's just more honest about it.
That is true. Giselle, when she gets there, she said to the polo match, she's just there for the food and champagne. She's not really interested in the horses. I would love to go see a polo match. I think that sounds exciting, to be quite honest with you.
It's funny because I just watched, I agree with you. I would like to go to a polo match as well, especially watching an all-women's team. I think that's so cool that they do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just watched an old episode of Southern Charm when Thomas Ravenel was still on it. And it was the episode of his polo match.
Okay. So Giselle gets there and she says, these white people have never seen a black woman before. They're all intrigued. Because not only does one roll up, the whole crowd of them rolls up.
Wendy said, Tia, you are bringing the color. And then she said, this is where Ashley's going to meet her second husband. Because it's all old white men.
Exactly. It's so true.
It is so good.
So it was good. It was really good.
Yep.
Tia also lets them know that they've been given the opportunity to sing the national anthem, and there's 2 singers in the group. And, we know this now that Angel's a trained opera singer and Ashley's a singer. So she asks Angel to do it. And for whatever reason, I didn't see this happen on the episode, but I was watching the after show. Angel said that she wasn't feeling well. So they wound up all singing it together. Did you see that happen on the show?
No.
Okay, so that's how I learned about it then. It was on the after show.
It started out where they flashed back to Tia or somebody asking, I guess Tia asked Angel to sing it, and Ashley said, you don't want me to sing it? Right.
Right.
Which, come on, Ashley.
Right.
And then when they got there, it was decided that they were both going to do it. No, we didn't see that. But then all of a sudden we saw Ashley, Angel, Giselle, and Kay all singing.
Yeah, so that's what happened was, and again, I only know this because I watched the after show. Angel said that she wasn't feeling well, and Giselle was throwing shade about that. And Tia said, no, she was on antibiotics for, a couple days before that. She really was not. So this whole time I've been noticing Tia's actually been sticking up for Angel, and especially on the after show. Tia kept
Okay,
sticking
I'm gonna
up
have
for
to watch
Angel.
that.
It was Tia and, Giselle together, and at one point she says to her about, "Oh, who's a better singer, Ashley or Angel?" And Giselle's like, "Hmm." Tia goes, "'Cause I'm just trying to figure out, is it that you really just don't like Tia?" And it's true. Angel. Tia says to Giselle, "You really just don't like Angel." And that's exactly it. She just doesn't like Angel.
Here's the thing, people. Angel is younger. Her husband has money. You could say whatever the fuck you want about this whole thing. I do think Giselle was right about why they had to leave that Airbnb. It was an Airbnb. You're not evicted from an Airbnb.
No,
It
no, you're
wasn't a
not.
rental property. It was an
Right.
Airbnb. She misjudged the timing, probably because of filming. But here's the thing, Giselle doesn't like her because she's younger and she's got more money than Giselle. She did the same thing to Candace. She did the same thing to Monique. She did the same thing to Ashley season 1. They didn't like Ashley season 1.
They did
They
not.
treated her like a gold digger.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
this is just a hazing process with Giselle. Angel is going through the process.
I don't think she's gonna make it. I don't think she's got it in her.
I have a feeling they're going to choose not to make it because this is probably not what her husband signed up for. We see in the end how he's had it. That's okay because they do have NFL money. They don't need this
Mhm.
bullshit.
Right. I
Giselle needs
agree.
this. Giselle
I
needs
agree.
this.
You
Ashley
should
needs
definitely
this.
watch the after show because Angel looks gorgeous on the after show. Her hair, her dress, she looks gorgeous. She really does.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Let's see.
Well, they get to stomp the divots, but Wendy was not feeling that.
I wouldn't either, to be quite honest with you. I mean, they really weren't dressed for divot stomping.
They really weren't. I just kept thinking of Pretty Woman, that
Yes,
scene in Pretty
yes,
Woman, you know?
yes. So then I don't know where this it stopped. Jazzy's talking to Ashley, and she's saying that she was surprised to hear that Stacey wasn't sure whether or not she was going to be attending her wedding. And Jazzy said it was the other way around, of course, that I would be at Stacey's wedding. Like, but I'm like, why are you listening to Ashley? Like, I don't think
Yeah,
that
don't
that's the
fall for
case,
it. Right.
right? But then
Yeah, like,
Ashley goes on
hopefully
to
she
say,
doesn't
but
fall for it.
Stacey did have a really good time at your wedding. I was like, okay, well, why didn't you lead with that? Like, seriously, like, why do you have to do
Never.
that?
Right. But how about then Ashley bringing up that Angel doesn't think she fits into the group, and Ashley
Right,
thinks she should have spent more time with the other ladies today?
right,
Like,
right.
what?
Yeah.
I don't
And
I
then
don't I don't understand. It's
yeah.
like this woman can do no right.
No, that's it. That's exactly it. Because then 18 hours later, we see that Angel's at her house and with the boxes, and she's packing up everything because she's got to get out of the house. And she talks about the whole, problem with the Airbnb dates. So they're relocating to another place, I guess, that they're renting in Baltimore, in Maryland, right? Not Potomac. Is that what the situation was?
Well,
Or
I
because it
don't
was hard to understand because they said when they got to the party that they were coming from Baltimore. So I didn't quite understand that, to be honest with you.
well, I thought she said they were going back to Colorado though when they were packing up.
Well, that is what she
They were
said.
going they were going back to Colorado, they were getting some things, and then they were coming back, and then I guess they were going to Baltimore?
Maybe that's it. I don't know. I was a little bit confused about the whole thing.
Maybe their second Airbnb, now that they know they're gonna continue filming and they need to get another place.
The thing is, I don't know how much longer they're filming because this is episode 11.
But that's what I was thinking, like,
Yeah.
typically they film for, like, 3 months, right? So she probably
And
got her Airbnb for 3
yeah,
months. And then, for whatever reason, I'm sure something comes up and they're like, "No, we have to keep filming."
right.
And then they were like, "Shit, now we gotta go and, we don't have a place to stay."
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I felt bad for her. Let's just put it that way. I felt bad for her. I don't like the way that Giselle and Ashley are treating her at all.
Uh-uh. No.
Then Kiarna goes over to Angel's house and she tells her that, that she's got to go back to Colorado. And Tia shows up too. Tia asked Angel if she had a realtor, like she said, and she said, well, she has Jessica. And Angel's like, well, would you be okay with someone else like helping you? Because she is a realtor. And if she could help her find what she's looking for, I think she was genuine with that. I think that Tia
So
really, you don't think so?
no, I do. I do. Did you
Okay.
catch when Angel said to Bobby, she works for Sotheby's? And he said, well, what are we doing looking on Zillow? I don't think she's working with an
Oh, I
agent.
didn't,
I don't
I
know who
didn't catch that.
Jessica is. Jessica might be her assistant or something, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
He was like, well, then what are we doing on Zillow? So I don't think
Okay.
she was even working
Because
with
who
an
was
agent.
that? Remember they went to look at that house with that real estate
Yeah.
agent was her, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it was
Okay.
the listing agent, and maybe whoever Jessica is made an appointment for them to go look at the house.
Okay,
I mean, it
maybe.
doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you use an agent? I mean,
Right.
you're not going to not use an agent to like save on commission because you're going to pay commission to somebody.
Right. And
So
you're spending millions.
exactly. It doesn't really make sense, but that's what he said that. Bobby said, then what are we doing on Zillow?
Oh, no, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. So then Giselle invites them to go to this cowboy tradition.
So
And
she
like,
basically said that she and Wendy did a trip to Panama last 4th of July. So they want to start making 4th of July like a thing for their group.
okay.
Like start a
Okay.
tradition, have a party for 4th of July. And this year they're
Okay.
doing Cowboy Potomac because apparently Beyonce is going to be in the area or something.
Okay.
By the way, people, Beyonce is not a country artist. I'm just going to.
Well, but she did that
I know.
what is it? What was it called?
Cowboy Carter,
Carter?
Cowboy Carter.
Something like that. Yeah. I don't
Don't even get me started.
know.
I can't. But that is the reason for the theme. Their Cowboy Potomac party. I love the
Okay.
idea of a potluck, though. I love a potluck.
I do too. I do too. And I like that they invited the kids and the families and everything. Like, I
Yes.
like that. I thought that was
Yes.
nice. I mean, I did think it was a little interesting that Wendy's in charge of food and she's getting Popeyes. But listen, there's nothing wrong with Popeyes chicken. I mean, it's, kids like it.
The
And
kids
my
will
husband
like
loves it. My husband loves Popeyes chicken.
Yeah. My father loves Popeye's chicken.
Yeah.
Well, Tia, of course, has to call Giselle and tell her. And she said later in the episode, she said, as soon as I said it, I was like, I wish I could put that back in my mouth.
When Eddie and Wendy are talking about the chicken, they're talking about the kitchen and how the kitchen's still, in remodeling phase. And Eddie's like, well, I hope we're staying on budget. And Wendy's like, budget? Like, I don't know if you know this, but like one invoice is over 100K. So you already know we blew the budget. I was like, wait, what?
The timing of this conversation is so wild knowing what's going on.
Yes. Yes.
Because this kitchen reno could have been the whole catapult for this alleged insurance scam.
Yeah.
If one invoice is over 100K.
Yeah. How much? Right. Exactly.
I mean, I think I did my kitchen for $35,000. So, yeah, if one invoice, I mean, God only knows, like that could be her cabinets and appliances for all we know.
Or just
Never
her cabinets,
mind.
or maybe her countertop. Who knows?
Exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly. Oh, I don't know. It could have been the
remodel.
precursor to getting a little greedy with the insurance claims, allegedly.
Yes, could be. So then she brings up again about her father. She's been going back and forth in her head, about giving her father a phone call. And then Eddie throws in that, him and his siblings, like they check in like once a month, which I think that's fine.
I mean, from where they were, I think it's great.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
I wonder if did he mention his parents? Because his parents did not go to that party. Just his
No, he
siblings did.
didn't. He did not. But I think it's interesting that she brought her father up because when we see scenes for next week, boy, her mom is pissed.
Well, listen, we're seeing, and we always saw this side of Susan, right? Is her name?
Yes.
But I feel like this season we're really seeing it, and it quite honestly is no wonder Eddie's mom wants nothing to do with this woman.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Right?
Yeah. You're right.
She is acting a fool on this show.
Yeah, she absolutely is. And I wonder, like, does she really realize it?
I don't think she realizes it. I think it's just who she is because she was the same way on Wife Swap. I mean, she didn't even try to soften it up for that poor woman who came, who swapped
Yeah,
with
and you know
Wendy.
what? It's not like it was her first season. Like she's been doing this for a couple years now. Like, she should be reflecting on what she's, seen. But she's not.
Yeah, I
She's
don't
making
think
it
there's a
even
lot of
worse.
self-reflection there. Yeah, she's
No.
coming off worse and worse and worse as the show goes
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So then the next thing we see is Stacey's meeting up with Kiarna for lunch. But this next thing I think is so funny. Like they're sitting there talking and they're looking at the menu and, Kiarna's like, I can eat anything. First she goes, I can eat anything but cheese. And Stacey's like, well, how about the burrata? And she's like, I can't eat cheese. Oh, I didn't know that about you. Okay, we're learning something. She's like, that's odd. She's like, all this time, like, I didn't know you were allergic to cheese. I was like, wait, what? And then when she comes time to order, she orders the burrata. Did you see the look on Kiarna's face? I was like,
But listen, I think Stacey just really wanted the fucking burrata.
She
So
definitely-
order your own appetizer, Kay.
exactly.
Like, what are you penny pinching? Like, put it on Stacey's tab.
So funny. It was so funny. I was like, oh my God.
She clearly wanted that burrata.
She did. Listen, I love a good burrata.
Me too.
But I wouldn't order
And
with you because you can't eat cheese.
I can't eat cheese and I love burrata.
I know.
can't
I
do
know.
it.
I know.
I would order my own appetizer.
Gosh, so they're talking about like when they were at Lake Norman, Stacey, like they shared the bunk beds and like they got close, I thought a little bit when
Yeah.
they were there, And then the whole thing comes out about Stacey dating Monique's ex-husband. I don't know. Listen, I don't really feel like this conversation went anywhere. They just kind of agreed that they both have a lot in common with the,
Yeah.
Greg and Timu, but, she's like, I'm a very direct person, Kay saying, and, I would never harm anyone. And Stacey's like, well, in the spirit of moving forward, I love how Stacey puts things. In the spirit of moving forward, if you ever hear anything about me, can you just come to me? I'm like, okay. And Kay's like, yeah, I can do that. So they just kind of move forward.
They do, like, it got a little heated for a minute. Well,
Yeah.
from what we saw, the edited version.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But they at least brought it around and ended amicably.
It's funny because after you mentioned that Detroit thing, now I so notice it all the time because Kay called Stacey Detroit again, and Stacey said, "Okay, Baltimore." I was like, "Oh,
Yep.
So
Yeah.
this is what we're doing now." Like I didn't notice it at first.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of them have done that to Stacey, calling her Detroit. So maybe now she's just going to throw it back. Well, she called Tia Miss Prim and Proper, and that's what.
Yes, yes, but I don't know if you remember at the end where she's talking about how she's such a good cook, and then they cut to a scene 3 days earlier with AJ at her house, and she's making this peach cobbler, and he's like, "It's not even cooked," and she's like, "Well, this is Detroit peach cobbler." I was like, "Now she's in on it," which I kind of
Exactly.
loved.
I guess they eat uncooked peach cobbler in Detroit.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was more like if you can't beat them, join them.
But that's the likable thing about Stacey.
Yes.
She's so unbothered by these women, and she'll
Right.
get in on the joke right with them.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
gets under their skin so much more. Like she's
It does.
really doing a good, like her or not, she's doing a great job on this show right now because these women, Ashley and Giselle, are relentless with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again,
It's
it's
true.
just making them look worse.
So then, what they're bringing for the party, I don't know why Wendy had to tell Giselle that Stacey wants to bring potato salad. Like, why did that even have to be a conversation?
I don't know. That was weird.
And then they start talking about how Angel got kicked out of the house. And Wendy said, well, this girl that I know, she's a realtor, said someone came up to me and said, I'm looking for a house to rent that's looks like a $50,000 a month house, but I have a budget of $2,000 to $3,000 a month. I don't really think that
listen,
happened. Why would she say that?
Don't we all want to live in a house that looks like it's
Yes.
$50,000 a month and only pay 2 or 3? Why?
Yes.
Like you're making it out like this is a bad thing. She's a smart fucking woman.
Yeah, but do you really think she did that? And if it was an
Probably not.
Airbnb, is she going through a realtor?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She hasn't even been
Like,
talking to a realtor to look for a house, apparently.
I
They're
know.
on fucking
I
Zillow.
know.
Yeah, like, I
I
don't
know.
well, I was gonna say, I can't picture Wendy lying about that, but given what's going on
I
right
know.
now,
I know.
there's a possibility Wendy could lie.
It's interesting to me too watching Wendy move too because again, when we started this season, we were both like, we really like Wendy and
Absolutely.
I'm looking at her differently specifically like in regards to like she's still okay with Stacey regardless of what's going on with Stacey, but she does throw a lot of shade towards Angel, which again I think
Yes.
is interesting.
It's interesting, but it's almost understandable because I do feel like Angel came in with an axe to grind with Wendy because of the whole college thing and making it out like Wendy didn't like her and Wendy was ignoring her. So it's a little understandable because not that we didn't see Wendy, blatantly ignore her. But remember, Kay also came into the season with some fake beef with Wendy. So it's almost like Angel jumped on that wagon.
And you know what's so funny? On the after show, Stacey and Wendy were talking about this whole Angel thing. And I don't know if it was Stacey that said it or Wendy, but they said, Ashley and Giselle have really come hard for Angel. The catfish, and then repeating the catfish and making the catfish. And and Angel hasn't given either one of them the amount of vitriol that she's given to Wendy, which I
That is
think,
true.
right? It is true. This
Yeah,
is
I mean,
like, yeah, it's crazy. And I was thinking, is it because she's not, like in her confessional, she's not afraid of Giselle and Ashley, but in real life, it seems like she is because she never really barks back at them.
no, well, we saw her go up to Giselle at the fake reasonably shady party that your partner
Right,
couldn't even come to. So you
right.
should have called it something else. But we see Angel go up to Giselle and basically say, like, I want to be your friend. I want to move forward. I want to, like, almost apologizing to her just to get
Yeah,
in better. Like, maybe she's, Ashley and Giselle are the OGs and she's just, kind of like what Jennifer Aiden did with Teresa. Like, I mean, not Angel's not going that far, obviously. She's not
right.
crawling up her ass like Jennifer Aiden did, but she figures they've been here the longest. They're not going anywhere, so I should probably align myself with them.
I wonder
I don't
if
know though. She doesn't seem as calculated, Angel.
no, she doesn't. She really
No,
doesn't.
I
She
know.
doesn't. I was thinking, I don't know if it has something to do with the way Wendy and Kiarna were not getting along, and
I
because
think
she's
that's
friends.
what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know though. It is just a little weird to watch those dynamics because, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Ashley then says, "Is Angel broke?" And she goes, "Well, I think Bobby's over being here." And then he said, "Well, I heard Bobby doesn't like Eddie and Wendy while Wendy's sitting there." And Wendy just laughs, which I love that
She
she just and
knows.
Giselle's like, "Nah, I'm joking."
Yeah, because she
I'm
knows.
like, "You got to be kidding me." I don't know.
You know what I did love though? I loved when Wendy said, I'm not interested in Angel's basically her financial situation. I'm interested in how she shows up as a friend to the women in this group. And that's
Right.
why I like Wendy, because I think
Yes.
she truly feels that way. Wendy doesn't give a fuck about your financial situation. And I can't imagine that they don't have a good financial situation, Angel and Bobby. I do think she flexes too much on the wag thing. And this is why you shouldn't flex so much about anything, because if you didn't, act as if this brought so much clout, then they might not be looking so carefully at one misstep and bringing it to everybody's attention. Like, obviously she didn't get evicted. It was an Airbnb, but they're going to use that word. Like, and they're not going to let this go because you
No, they're
you
not.
talk about being a wag nonstop. So
Right.
sometimes, like, the less
Yeah.
you say, the better.
That's very true. That's very true. So then what happens? Ashley shows up with her catfish because of Angel. She specifically bought it to shade Angel, which is really
Just-
crappy. It's
It's
crappy.
so juvenile.
It really is. And did anyone even eat the damn catfish? It doesn't even look like anyone ate it. Kids don't
It
want
doesn't.
catfish.
I'll tell you what. Did you ever have catfish?
Yes, real good fresh catfish is good.
So good. My Nana taught me how to make it like blackened. So good.
Yeah, Bill caught a catfish once when we were on our way to Florida, and we ate it that night. Like, I only like fish, honestly, this is
Yeah.
just if it's fresh caught. I don't like frozen fish, I don't like fishy fish, I don't
Yeah. No.
I just want it fresh caught. So, yeah, I had catfish, and it was good. It
It's
was good.
delicious, but no, it didn't look
Yeah.
like anybody ate it. And that was a ridiculous thing for her to do.
Yeah. It really was. It really was. The whole time they're just like throwing shade, even when like Kiarna calls Angel and, she said that, she's on her way, but she's pretty far away. And Giselle is like so bent out of shape. She's like, "You're 2 hours away. You just turn around and go home." What
Yeah,
do
and then
you
Bobby
care?
says, "We'll get there when we get there." My husband would have said the same damn thing.
Mine would have too.
Yeah,
Mine
like,
would have
don't
too.
fucking
And
worry
Giselle,
about it.
if you had one, he would have said the same thing too, Giselle and Ashley.
Exactly. And listen, I know it's a different state and we live at the shore. So 4th of July to us is like so different. Like it's beach,
Oh my God.
boardwalk, barbecues. It was a little interesting that they were like at an indoor place, wasn't it? Like it's 4th of July. You're on the East Coast. Why are you not at a barbecue or, something?
Well, even the fact, listen, this is what I did like about Angel when she showed up there and the catfish comment was made. And she's like, "You know what? I invited you to my house. I had a private chef. I welcomed you. And you show up in this half rented, janky. And she was right. She was 100% right.
Absolutely. I loved that she said that.
I wish
She
she didn't
was
say it in her confessional.
absolutely right.
I wish she said it to their faces. That's what I wish
Yep.
she did.
Yep.
Hopefully she does at the reunion. Hopefully she does.
Yeah, like Ashley and Wendy were so heated about that, and Tia and Kay defended them though. Bobby
Yes.
and Angel.
Yes. I mean, this whole time
They
Tia has
just had to move,
right.
leave their house, go back
Right.
to Colorado, come back, move back in, and they had babies.
Yes, yes. I know. And Wendy's like, because Tia's like, she had a lot. She was a lot of stress. And Wendy's like, "Well, you had stress this week, didn't you? I had stress. We're still here." I'm like, come on. You can't compare the two.
No, you cannot compare the two.
So Stacey arrives with her husband, Timo. And boy, that was the surprise of the event, right? I mean, Ashley said I was going to pinch him.
Giselle was so bothered by the fact that Stacey showed up with her husband.
Yes, she was.
I mean, the look on her face, she's so fucking jealous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It's so obvious.
It is. It really is. I loved how Eddie went right up to Timo, went over there and shook his hand. I love that. I love that he did that. And that's the only reason that she brought him there is because of Wendy and Eddie.
Absolutely.
And in her confessional, Ashley shades Timo for showing up, but she also says, I give him props for actually showing up. Like,
you're like, why are you going to shade him for showing up?
I know. So we know Stacey brought the potato salad. Jassy showed up with mac and cheese, which did look good.
It did look good.
Tia brings jollof rice. I don't know. Is that Nigerian, maybe?
I thought it was a Nigerian dish. I didn't look it up, but I assumed it was a Nigerian dish.
Yeah, probably. So then Wendy's going to give out, I don't know what the awards were. She said Giselle Bryant was on desserts. And what did she bring? Like, what desserts were there?
They didn't even say, and it wasn't awards. It was just an excuse to get up and say that Ashley brought catfish.
Yeah,
that's all this was.
Yep, that's what it was. Yep. So then after that whole thing happens, Angel goes over to Ashley and, says hi. And Ashley's like, "Well, I understand that, I talked to Giselle and she said that you just had to move within a few days." And Angel's like, "Yeah, we're used to moving. We're an NFL family." She's like, "We had a short-term lease for the property. Originally, we thought we had it for a certain period of time, but it turns out like we made a mistake." Ashley, she's like, it's very hard for me to understand because I know you're as a mom, like you're really on top of things. Like, I'm confused. Like, how could you not understand, like, or make a mistake about the day? Are you kidding me? Like, who do you think you are?
I do think that Angel got a little tongue-tied in this scene.
She definitely did. And I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either. I wish she was able to handle it better. Not that I would have been able to handle it better. But again, Ashley is like a wolf in sheep's clothing because
she pretends
comes as if she's, concerned. She's not concerned. She doesn't give a fuck about you, Angel. She's trying to humiliate you on national television is what she's
That's what
doing
she's trying to do.
because Giselle is jealous of you because you're younger and you have a husband and you're rich. And Ashley now works for Giselle. This is what we're dealing with. And you know, the whole catfish thing, and Andy Cohen, you better fucking bring this up at the reunion. You are accusing this woman. You are basically insulting her physical appearance is what you're doing. You're fat shaming her because you're showing much thinner pictures of her and saying that she catfished you. That's the whole thing about a catfish, right? You put a picture up of someone
That's
who's
not you, right?
extremely good looking, but you're not. So that's what you're accusing this woman of doing. And it's insulting her physical appearance. And Andy Cohen better bring it up at the reunion.
Well, I'm sure it'll be brought up. I'm sure it'll be brought up. And that's when, Wendy said, well, they were saying you were evicted, girl. And then she's like, listen, I'm not going to dance around it. The people said you were evicted. I'm like, Wendy, like you didn't have to go there. Like you didn't have to stoop to that level.
People? Who are the people saying she got
Giselle.
evicted? Giselle and Ashley? Right.
Right. Those are the people. And that's actually something Giselle would do. Well, the streets are saying, word on the street, I don't know. I'm very annoyed with the whole mean girl behavior. I think it is 2025. These are grown ass women with children and set a good example. Just stop being so petty.
That's
stop
the
being
problem,
so petty.
though. Housewives is not setting a good example for anybody. It's really it's getting tiresome to watch. Thank God for Southern Charm because I'm having a hard time getting through Housewives because it's the same thing every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing every time. It's Tamra doing it to people on OC. It's whoever on Salt Lake who's fighting at the time. Giselle and Ashley, so tired of watching them. They can't even bring Jersey back because of the fucking mess that became. And please, leave it where it is. I hope to God Rhode Island doesn't get like this. But it just seems like it's the footprint now for Housewives.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll definitely have to wait and see. I don't know. I don't know how many more episodes of this we have. Do you?
This was only 12, right? So
no, this was 11. This was 11. So we know next week we're going to see Wendy's mom explode. Maybe we'll have 13 and then the reunion. Maybe 2 more.
They don't have any trips coming up, right? They didn't go on a trip, did they? Oh, they went to...
Yeah, they did. They went
to Grenada? Is that where they went?
Yeah, Grenada. Yep. Yeah, Grenada. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess. I mean, I feel like that's not a lot of episodes, though.
No, that's about what they've been doing. It's so funny. They all vary, but it's not uncommon to get 13 episodes.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Nobody tells me. They don't tell me what's going on.
Well, Beverly Hills doesn't have any cat fighting right now, so that's good.
Well, the only cat fighting really is between Kyle and Dorit.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same because it's these women are vicious. They're the Kyle and Dorit fighting is because they were really friends and they're hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I think it's because
they've both been on a long time. It's not like somebody came in new and that old
and they went after them.
The old one is,
Right. It's a totally different thing. And listen, I think that, and as much as I said when we did Beverly Hills, I'm Team Kyle, but there's many people that are Team Dorit. The fact that they are real friends and that they're really hurt, which is why they're fighting. Like, it's just different. It's just, it's more real. Like, it's real.
It is more real. And remember, Kyle came out and said, well, we weren't that close.
Well, and again, when she said that, like, that's one of the, did something just happen over there?
Did you hear that car?
I heard, I did hear it. I'm so used to hearing that. It happens all the time around here, this neighborhood.
I haven't heard it in a while. So that kind of like, it literally sounded like it was right outside my window, the car. And I just got nervous because there's so much ice on the ground.
Yeah, that's true. When Kyle said that, remember back when Kyle said, we weren't that close? We kind of said that Dorit had a different idea of what the friendship was than Kyle did. right? Isn't that what we had decided? Like, Kyle thought the friendship was different than Dorit did? Because I don't know, though. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't, the fact that even, I don't know why we're talking about this now, but that, because I brought it up, they didn't talk the whole time that they weren't filming. Kyle and Dorit didn't talk while they weren't filming. Like,
Isn't
that's not a
that
real
hard
friend.
to believe though? Because
Well,
PK and Mo, like they were both still married at the time, and PK and Mo were close. I did see a thing on Facebook. Remember the season where I don't know what Jewish holiday they were celebrating, but they were all at Kyle's, and it must have been, was it
was it
Passover?
Hanukkah?
Because they were talking
Could
about the
be.
Maccabees. Is that Hanukkah or Passover? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I really can't think because I do know
What are
this.
the
I do know
what
this.
are the
The Maccabees. That's what I mean. I'm drawing a blank, but I know this. No, it's Hanukkah. It's Hanukkah. And Dorit's son was saying the prayer, and so
well,
somebody
yeah,
put a
yeah,
picture of that on Facebook and was like, back when Kyle and Dorit weren't really good friends. I mean, it was filmed for the show, so who knows? It is
right,
hard to
right.
believe because I thought Dorit said they went on vacation together. Who knows? I mean,
That's
yeah.
what Dorit said. Dorit said they did go on vacation together. And then
But did
Kyle
she
said, "Well,
mean while filming on the show or in the off season?
yeah, like I don't know. Like
Because if
that's the
it's
whole
from
thing."
filming on the show, yeah, then you went on vacation with Erica Girardi too.
No, but I think she said the families went on vacation, which
That's what I
again,
thought.
yeah, no, I think she said the families went
I
on
mean, I'm not going
vacation.
on vacation with somebody who I don't consider, well, we would never go on vacation because Eric doesn't like to vacation with other people. But I'm saying if we did,
I don't think
I
Eric likes
wouldn't
to
go unless I
vacation
was really good
at
friends with
all, does
somebody.
he? Does Eric like to vacation at all?
Oh, he likes to go on vacation, but he doesn't
Does he?
typically want to go with anybody else.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him. I don't know that I wanna go with other people either. Like, right? No. That way you don't no. Yeah, I don't know. You wouldn't go on vacation with someone that you weren't friends with. No. Not with, like, someone you know from the office? No, that would be weird.
Right. That's what I mean. So I don't know. Whatever. Listen, we
Yeah.
can't backpedal to, we're not going to
Yeah.
I just feel like whatever happened between the two of them, Dorit and Kyle, they're just having a really hard time bouncing back from. And it's just kind of at the place where it's like, it's never going back to where it was. So you just kind of need to figure out how you're going to move forward
No, I agree with you.
and
I
stop
totally
trying to
agree.
rehash what's happened.
Right. No, I totally agree. And somebody said on Watch What Happens Live that so the fight that they had, I think Erica was involved in it too. It was on a trip and it's at the end of the season. So we have to wait all season to see this fight and they're still not talking. So it's going to be a doozy. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't imagine what it's about, but I'll have to wait and see.
It's probably got something to do with PK, I'm sure, and Kyle defending him or her thinking Kyle defended him.
That's what I wanted to say. PK, it was on Watch What Happens Live because I did finally watch it with Dorit,
Me
that
too.
she said that PK got Boy George, like Boy George is taking PK's side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
which,
he hasn't even reached out to her.
which is sad, but I mean, it's typical though.
It's sad, but and it is typical, but like there's kids involved and he had to be
Mhm.
close with their children, I would imagine.
I would imagine so too, but it seems like, although we don't know because we're only getting Dorit's side, doesn't seem that PK is that close with the children either. So how close could Boy George be if PK isn't that close with his own children?
Yeah. I am curious to see how this Florida trip turns out with her parents.
Yeah. So Watch What Happens Live, she was there with the Zoe Deschanel. And did you see like they were trying to figure out like somebody for and Dorit was like, I don't know them. No, like and Andy's like, well, maybe you're not ready. And she's like, no, I am ready. I don't want to just see a picture and be like, yes, this is my person. I want to, well, obviously, like, look at PK. Like,
Exactly.
it's not like she looked at a picture of PK and said, oh my gosh, this
I
is the
have to
man
have
for
him.
me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of laughed when I saw
Yeah.
her do that. Right?
Yeah. What do they say? He outkicked his coverage?
Oh, he
He
sure
outkicked his
did.
coverage.
He sure did. Listen, I hope she finds somebody that makes her happy. I want her to be
I thought
happy.
she was dating someone. Like, I thought she was on her Instagram with someone.
I guess not because not according to, I mean, it was a recent Watch What Happens Live. I mean, maybe she went out with somebody once, or maybe she was photographed with that. Like, I don't know. Like, doesn't seem like she's single. Seems like she's
Right,
single.
right. Well, hopefully she had a hot girl summer.
There you go. All right, I don't have anything else, do you?
No. Nope.
Until next time, thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.